You know what? Sometimes a Ronin's just gotta do what a Ronin's gotta do. And no, it doesn't always involve eating.
Hey guys, MasakoX here. Now, usually I don't tend to rush certain what-if scenarios into existence, but this time I am more than willing to make an exception. I was, this morning, browsing around Twitter seeking what could be the most challenging voice acting task in existence to maybe do for a potential video later on further down the line. And then I struck upon a chum on there on Twitter who asked about Yajirobe's potential, and in that moment, I was feeling inspired. I can't find the name or the tweet anymore, but if you did tweet at me recently asking about Yajirobe here, then thank you for that initial spur. I owe you one. Today, we are asking about how and why this rotund Ronin would decide to take things seriously, and what he could offer to the Dragon team, but also try and keep it logical and in the spirit of his character. You know, this isn't an April Fool what-if. We can't be as balmy as the Hercule train like Goku thing. So this one needs to be a bit more level, middle of the road. But we must formally go about things and ask, what if Yajirobe trained like Goku? This has often been asked of me over the years, but I've always sort of dismissed it as a flight of fancy, or something that wasn't really a high priority like some of my other more popular or more recognizable what-ifs. But now, I got to thinking that maybe it wasn't fair to think like that, and instead, let's just really look back at his character and what he could have done, what might have been. In many circles, he is considered to be one of the most interesting Dragon Team members, who had a power level equal to Goku's at one point, around about the time of his fight with Tambourine. He was even able to help the Saiyan out, and then, unconventionally dispatch one of Piccolo's offspring in a way that would be iconic to him for years to come. However, despite having this power and potential, Yajirobe is quite possibly one of the most apathetic and lethargic characters within the show, especially at the time. He would maybe reluctantly step in if he was needed to, and did do stuff, he did do things, but he wasn't doing it in the spirit like the others did. He would laze about. He'd be just like, oh, well, I suppose I better do it. If he didn't have to do things, he wouldn't do them. And ultimately, it led to him slipping down the pecking order of the Dragon Team, and then into obscurity, spending the rest of his days on Korin's tower as the cats live in Chum, and tending to senzu beans for the rest of his life. He basically was the senzu bean daddy. He had a lot of power waiting to be tapped into. It just didn't get tapped into. If only he got inspired to really dig deep. Well, let's fix that, shall we? Time for some good old-fashioned what-ifery. But wait, Masako, why? Well, why not? Yajirobe is interesting, and also, I do like doing his voice, so there's your reasons. So we start the story when Goku has been whomped hard by Tambourine and is looking for some food. He wanders around and finds a big fish that this Ronin was hoping to feast on later on, and this brings the two of them together. That is until Symbol shows up and interrupts the clashing of these two warriors. In the original story, Yajirobe and Goku play rock, paper, scissors, as is customary in Dragon Ball, to decide who would go and take on Symbol. In the show, Goku lost the game, and the bulkier Brute went on to taste victory, over a large fire and very medium rare. This time though, we change things. Instead of Goku losing, this time he wins the game, and this means he gets to fight Symbol, with Yajirobe looking on, being very disappointed that he lost. This change could be nothing, but here, I think it could actually lead to something different. A spark deep within the Ronin. Goku, now satiated with the giant fish is ready to take on Symbol, is the same power as Yajirobe, which means that the young one does win against Symbol, being quite vicious in fact, which amazes and terrifies the Ronin.
Whoa, man! It's a good thing I'm on this kid's side. What was in that fish?
He wonders as the short stack finishes off Symbol and presents the remains to his new friend for eating.
Here you go, pal. Now we're even. Hey, are you alright?
Yajirobe hasn't realised that his jaw was open in amazement, but he quickly regains his composure and acts all aloof again.
Nothing. There's nothing I haven't seen before. I could have done that.
Now, he's not actually bluffing here, he actually could have done it, and he did do in the show. Goku is feeling quite pumped now after that encounter, and reveals that He was actually holding back against that monster so as to not catch another bad guy's attention. Now, this makes both Yajirobe nervous and annoyed.
Wait, you were holding back? Are you saying that you could have won against me earlier? Were you messing with me?
Goku, not knowing tact, proudly nods and says,
Easy.
there was something about this one. His arrogance and yet sunny disposition kept him around. He wasn't proud or impressed at the moment. He was severely nettled. How dare this little twerp toy with him?
You little punk! Don't you know it's rude to disrespect your elders?
What? You're old like my grandpa? Jeez, mister, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were like a bajillion years old.
I'm not old!
Wait, you're not? I'm confused.
Goku scratches his head and Yajirobe is running out of patience.
Okay, short stuff. Here's the deal. I will not settle for winning an unfair fight. We go again, and you give me all you got. If I win, you gotta bring me more of those mutant thingies. They taste great. And if you win, then, you get,
That Dragon Ball around your neck.
Suggests Goku. Yajirobe remembers that he hadn't tucked the Dragon Ball away and frantically stuffs it back in his gi. But it's too late though, Goku's seen it. He was in too deep now to say no. He really wanted to settle this score and be on his way.
fine.
The two of them fight, with Goku not holding back this time. His increase in power isn't all that much, but it is enough to have the upper hand against the masterless samurai. Yajirobe didn't realize that you could turn your power up and down so easily. He thought it was impossible. What power you had is all you had. I think he could probably tell that Yajirobe is quite a close-minded individual. The fight carries on, with Goku then landing a Kamehameha to win the day and leave the other on the ground, absolutely bewildered at what happened. What was that? Still on the ground, Goku grabs the Dragon Ball and thanks Yajirobe for a good fight.
Hey, that was fun. Well, I needed that. It's been a bad day. I lost my best friend, my friends are in danger, and we really need these to stop a really bad guy from destroying the world. You know, that distraction of yours was what the doctor ordered. We should fight again sometime. Later, old man.
Goku bounces, leaving Yajirobe feeling torn. Now, you see, Yajirobe is quite the stubborn soul, very belligerent. If things worked out differently, and he was deceived in a way he felt as a Ronin wasn't honorable, he would not live it down. Also, if it was possible to control your power like that, shoot lasers out of your hands, and generally be quite dominant over others, in his mind that could be quite awesome to know. It would certainly make finding food a darn sight easier. He's always eyed up those dinosaurs over there to make some delicious dino steaks. Yajirobe is still on the ground, looking determinedly up at the sky.
Next time, I'll make you hurt someone bad.
Sure enough, that next time is all too soon. Like in the original, Tambourine stumbles across Yajirobe, the former being severely upset about the loss of his brother Symbol in such a horrific and barbaric manner. Yajirobe, still feeling sore about losing to Goku, is feeling sort of bullish and rubs Tambourine the wrong way even more.
Oh yeah, your brother was quite tasty. I'm still kinda hungry though, and you look just as appetizing.
Tambourine is actually getting a little nervous this time around. He didn't expect to be on somebody's main menu. Just then, Goku returns to the spot, having taken the Dragon Ball back to his friends for safekeeping. He actually had time to do that. He had sensed Tambourine back in action, and so rushed to the scene, obviously, because this is the guy who took out Krillin, only to find the tubby guy again.
Oh, hey, you're back on your feet. You sure recovered quickly for someone so fat.
What? I'll have you know, Pipsqueak, that this is mostly pure muscle. If I chose to, I could take you down in 2 seconds flat.
Tambourine is staring quizzically at these two bantering and bickering, and instead chooses to launch himself at the larger one in revenge for his brother. Goku then interrupts this, and together, the two of them put an end to the son of King Piccolo and avenging Krillin. It was quite easy with the two of them working together. Even Yajirobe felt quite confident in his skills. He could have run away at this, but he didn't. He stood his ground and surprised himself, and as a result, he won.
Not bad, Run. We showed this guy who was boss. Now, how should I cook this guy?
Hey, if you're gonna cook this one, can I have some?
Yajirobe takes to this badly, but then starts to feel a pang of sympathy and pride. This one did help, and so he chooses to relent, just this once.
Okay. But I get to pick the best bits for myself.
Goku accepts this anyway, and they tuck in and get to know one another. Yajirobe had been quite asocial for the longest time, not really seeing the point of improving his skills as well as really his social skills. He was strong enough to take on anyone and nobody could stop him. But now, Goku could. Goku had shown that there were stronger people out there after all. Goku nods and says that's what Master Roshi had taught him.
Hey, wait, Roshi's your teacher? That creepy dude on the island? Huh, I thought he was a myth.
No, he's as alive as you and me, only way more wrinkly and weird. You're not weird.
I'm not?
No way, you're cool, and we work well together. When this is all done, you should come and train with us. I bet that you could get way strong, and who knows, maybe stronger than me.
Yajirobe actually stews on this for a moment and feels kind of proud at the moment.
You think I'm cool?
Yeah, you're strong and brave. Also, you got a good taste in food. I like ya.
Yeah, I guess I do.
He feels quite bashful right now, but before they could talk about this more, going actually to train with Kame House, their food's father shows up and is severely angry. This energy is enough to actually make Yajirobe think twice and flee the scene instantly, despite all the good words Goku had said about his bravery.
No way, man! I didn't sign up for this!
He runs and hides. He basically relies on his instincts again. He kind of lapses, only to then watch Goku being beaten almost to passing. He thought that Goku could take this one on. If those guys were chumps, Goku could do this on his own. He was way wrong. King Piccolo, realizing that he has no Dragon Ball on him, leaves him to rot.
You're no use to me. All you're good for now is feeding the vermin of this world. What I've done to you is a blessing. Your friends will be longing to be just like you when I'm through with them. Farewell, Son Goku.
He flies away, leaving Goku motionless. Yajirobe feels absolutely awful. He sort of did in the original, but this time around, all this motivation to do stuff is not based around bargaining. He is wanting to help purely out of guilt, and the desire to save the squirt who thought that he was cool. He liked that. It had been a long time since his ego had been stroked like that. It was nice. When they get to Korin's tower, Goku is brought back to health with the aid of a senzu bean, to which Yajirobe tries one, and then can't stop eating them because they actually taste kinda good, until he becomes as round as before comedically. Lesson learnt. One is enough. Okay, maybe two. He then goes on to aid Goku's quest for the Ultra Divine Water like before, and then chooses to drink the water with Goku, trying a sip in the original. This time though, the water doesn't cause him extreme pain, but it's not a pleasant taste either, and does nothing for him. So I guess, he's better than he was before? When it's all done, Goku and Yajirobe chat for a bit, and the former asks why the latter ran away. He's not mad or anything, Yajirobe did save his life ultimately, but he just wants to know out of curiosity. He was confused.
I was scared. I've been used to being the top dog with stuff. Nothing was stronger than me until I met you. Then that monster that beat you up something bad, he was stronger than you. I just thought I gotta get out of there. I'm not used to being the weak one. Not realizing that you would be left to face the music. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. I'm stronger than ever now, and you made a friend.
I did? Who?
Me, silly. We're friends now.
What? Were friends so easy to acquire these days? This kid's way too trusting. Well, Yajirobe chose not to reciprocate right now, not understanding the best way to do so, except remembering that was King Piccolo to deal with. Despite Goku spiriting away the Dragon Ball earlier, the demon still did get his wish on said orbs, and the Earth was in danger all the same. They spar for a little bit, Yajirobe and Goku, while Goku regains his composure, and more senzu beans are consumed. Goku asks Yajirobe if he wants to come with him, faces fear and stuff. The latter is reluctant to do so, but says he will help him at least get back down to Earth, and let's see what happens.
This doesn't mean I'm gonna fight that freak.
So basically in this saga, Yajirobe assists the group, not driven solely by getting a free meal out of it. This time, he genuinely wants to help Goku, his new friend apparently. That being said, he's still not going to fully participate, but he does help out more during the arc and ultimately saves Goku from falling after Piccolo is bested in the sky like before. He just does it with a bit more gusto. He takes Goku up to Korin's tower, to which the young one is healed, and then taken to Kami's lookout for further training. Korin asks whether the Ronin would like to accompany him to see Kami.
What? That's crazy. You mean I get to meet the man upstairs? Well, he's a lot more green around the gills than you might think. But you know what? I don't see why not. If it weren't for you, this little one would have been toast. And I think that deserves at least a token visit.
Yeah, Yajirobe. You saved my bacon. I owe you one.
You owe me a lifetime supply of steak, kid, after all the strings I pulled to save you.
Goku laughs and feels so relieved to be safe from King Piccolo and having made a new friend, even though the friend was still kind of reluctant. This means that Goku and Yajirobe arrive up on the lookout, also coincidentally the name of Haverock and I's podcast if you want to give that a listen, link in the pinned comment by the way. However, Yajirobe sadly fails the test as he's not able to see the bell well enough to be eligible for further training. Goku is able to see the bell, and so all Yajirobe can do is just sit there and watch this twerp go on to pass said test and meet Kami. He feels very low about this. However, instead of just sitting there any longer, Yajirobe just picks himself up and walks away. He looks back at Goku, being congratulated by Popo, and then Kami stepping out. He sighs and proceeds to head down the power pole back to Earth, Goku not noticing him going.
This isn't over, kid.
He does stop off at Korin's though and asks to train again and drink the Ultra Divine Water. He has a plan. He's gonna do what the kid did. 3 years later, Goku is now an adult and has met up with his friends to check in on them. Yajirobe then catches up with the group, this time not wearing his luchador mask, not disguising himself, but instead proudly showing himself, looking not necessarily skinnier, but stockier than before, more muscle, but still quite bulky. That sour expression is still the same though. Goku is pleased to see Yajirobe, but then wonders why he just disappeared all those years ago. He had no idea where he went.
You know, I could have got Kami to train you too, you know.
I didn't need your pity, Goku. I decided to forge my own path. Well, it's a path that you forged first, but I forged even more. I finally tasted that Ultra Divine Water, and it tasted much better than before. I decided to follow your way of thinking. You know what? It ain't so bad. This doesn't mean I'm gonna be all friendly and chummy with you guys, but I'm a coward no more. I look forward to beating you in the tournament, Goku.
Goku looks determined, and the two fist bump.
I look forward to it.
Krillin feeling like chopped liver right now. Yajirobe is feeling feisty, and when in the preliminaries, going up against Kami disguised as the human, Hero, or Shen, he is confident about winning. Kami recognizes the human as that same one that followed Goku up to the lookout a few years back, and remembers that he failed the test to see the bell, so he shouldn't be a challenge. However, he is a challenge. Yajirobe has been training hard, fueled by anger and stubbornness at the aid of Korin, and his fight is much more serious than in the anime. Yajirobe's power right now is 250, up from 180 in the original, and even though it's not enough to best Kami's power, and he still does lose in the preliminaries, Kami acknowledges the progress he had made.
Failure did not stop him. He may be worthy after all.
With Yajirobe sadly relegated to the sidelines, he doesn't do much for the tournament other than to supply Goku the Senzu Bean at the end, but he is much more sociable this time around. When Piccolo Jr. is healed and he's on his way, vowing revenge, Kami offers Goku the role of the Guardian of Earth, with the guy refusing before taking off to start off his new life with Chi-Chi. Kami then looks to Yajirobe and remembers their battle during the preliminaries.
Excuse me, Yajirobe was it? Would you like to come with me? I wish to discuss something with you. If it's about becoming God, then forget it. I'm not the kind of guy to be looking out for other people's mistakes. I got my own worries to deal with. Then perhaps you would like me to teach you how Goku got so strong. Huh?
Is this guy serious?
That little fight we had earlier was spirited. It seems that there was potential in you after all. Well, Korin helped a little, but it was mostly me. I see. Korin again being all gung-ho with you humans again. Well, that would explain it. In any case, join me back on the lookout, and we can fight again.
Yajirobe feels pretty good about this. This geezer was admitting, albeit indirectly, that he was wrong to refuse training him before. He could get stronger now, and maybe win against Goku. Cure that itch. He never got to fight the guy in the tournament, actually. But don't worry, he will in time.
Okay, deal. But first, you got something to eat?
That's our Yajirobe, and that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. So what do you guys think? Is this in keeping with Yajirobe's persona? How much more powerful will he get now that he's following in Goku's initial footsteps? Leave a comment below and let's get this discussion going. And I shall see you in the next video. Catch you later!